LenTotally is a content creator with over 500,000 subscribers. They create gacha life animations and they have a huge audience of majority children. That's why, when I saw these allegations initially, I didn't want to make a video discussing them because of the severity of the situation. I felt like I'd just be throwing myself back into the drama, like with the Pyro situation. That was until I saw LenTotally had apologized and admitted to doing such things with a minor. At that point I realized how important it is I speak about this, because I know I have a large audience from the gacha community across my videos, and I know how threatening this person is in the community. It would be completely irresponsible of me to ignore someone in that community who has admitted to grooming a 14-year-old minor at the age of 21. This situation is hugely problematic, and I feel it's worth a discussion today over what LenTotally did and why you should stay away from them in the future. Before we begin though, I'd like to thank you all for the support my channel has been given recently. It's been literally incredible. However, only a small percentage of you are subscribed, so if you're new to this channel, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm on my way to 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I can achieve this goal with your help, so please help. Also, I've got a Discord. We're on our way to 800 members there. I want to reach 1,000 members before 2022. So if you've not joined the server yet, please do. I'd appreciate it. We discuss everything there, including the dramas from the videos. I'm also extremely active there, so I guess that's cool. Okay, back on focus. LenTotally had DMs leaked between him and an alleged 14-year-old. And I'm going to be very clear here and say their age isn't confirmed, although Len's admission of apparently grooming a child says very clearly that he thinks himself guilty of what he's been accused of. These DMs are very creepy, and I'd like to highlight some of them now. And remember, this is a message sent from Len to someone he believes to be 14. Firstly, he starts by saying he might fondle the 14-year-old. He also says that he might shut them up with his own mouth. Why? And he tells them they should sit on him. It's so creepy. It's just, this is to a 14-year-old. And this DM is the one that it just gets me every time. I hope you don't mind me inserting something. From a 21-year-old man to someone he believes to be 14 according to his own admission. Why would you ever send this message? How sick in the head should you have to be to send this disgusting message to a kid? Genuinely, don't answer that question, because it will just make me more angry. How would you ever, under any circumstances, think this is okay? He also says that he wants to strip her, and that he wants videos of her, and that his D is in the mood. What the f*** is wrong with you? He continues asking for more videos over and over. She says that she can only lift up the shirt, and he's like, I mean, the bathroom is another option. And then she's like, well, sadly, I have no place to put my phone. He's like, darn. And he's like, it's just so weird, man. The sad part is, I've seen so many people actually defending Len, saying that a 14-year-old is old enough to know that it's wrong, and it's really not that bad. These people are completely ignorant to the fact that this girl was likely a fan of Len or knew how large his platform was, and because of the fact that he had such a big audience and she may have potentially looked up to him, she probably had a huge pressure on her. Even then, even if she was fully okay with it, that doesn't make what Len did or his attraction to minors okay in the slightest. It's still a huge issue, and the man is a danger to his audience because he's shown himself to be attracted to minors and a potential harm to more of his audience. He should be held accountable for this behavior. It does not matter whether this girl wanted the relationship or not, because she is not old enough to consent and her mind is not mature enough to understand the implications and dangers of this situation. Plain and simple. But that's the problem. Len has an audience of majority kids, and kids don't understand the kind of implications and dangers that actions like what Len has shown himself to be doing have. And because of that, it means that his audience will likely not leave him or even stop supporting him, which means that these same kid people will also continue to be in the same danger that they always are, no matter what anyone else says, unless more creators speak out about this, because they'll just defend Len and be like, well, she should have known better, etc, 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 ignoring the fact that there are vulnerable kids out there that can be taken advantage of by this self-admitted groomer. That's the problem. The fact that because his audience is kids, same with mini lads, they can get away with doing this and they can continue to commit these actions because their audience won't hold them accountable. And because their audience won't hold them accountable, it means that they'll never face the consequences of their actions unless either YouTube comes in or their audience recognizes how wrong this kind of behavior is. Which means that LenTotally will go completely free from everything he's been accused of as long as his audience doesn't recognize what's wrong with this, because he can keep uploading and at the end of the day people will forget this ever happened, including his own audience. They'll forget it ever happened, he'll get away with it, and every big creator knows that as long as they keep pushing forward, their audience will inevitably forget about it because they care more about the content than the actual person behind the screen. That's the danger. LenTotally can get away completely scot-free because he's got a child audience that won't hold him accountable. That is the biggest issue with this situation, and that's why it sickens me so much to see all these comments from obviously kids that have been manipulated into thinking that the girl is the one in the wrong because she was taken advantage of from an adult that should have known better. This creator, LenTotally, should be held accountable by every single person in his community, but he won't, because they have no reason to, because he is gacha-life funny animation creator. He can get away with everything, and it's completely sickening. So what are my thoughts? Personally, I believe if Len is guilty of everything he's admitted to, he shouldn't have a platform, especially not when the content he produces is made for a majority child audience. He's very clearly a threat to that audience, and he has shown himself to not be capable of appropriately managing the platform he's been given. This platform should be taken away from him because of the direct harm he can cause with it. Though I doubt he'll lose his platform unless he deletes it himself, sadly. YouTube never acts on these types of situations, which is awful. A platform that's supposed to stand for child safety and has terms of service that very clearly goes against this, never acts on these situations because they're not held to do so, and all the creators are afraid of saying that what they're doing is wrong because of risk of another situation like the adpocalypse, where YouTube has made nothing because sponsors started withdrawing. YouTube should still act on these situations, especially when they've been reported to them. I mean, we saw very clearly with the Onision thing that they literally didn't ban his account until the documentary was made that went on TV and HBO about him, at which point they removed his monetization from his channel because of a fear of advertisers going against them. And like with many other examples on this platform, content is only ever taken down by YouTube when they notice a risk to their earnings. That's the problem. Now, just as a disclaimer, although LenTotally has admitted to allegedly grooming a child, please do not go out of your way to harass this creator. Harassment benefits nobody and will only have negative consequences, especially in the event that Len could somehow, some way, still be innocent. I genuinely don't want any hate sent to this creator because that's not what I want for my platform, though I do feel a legal investigation into his behaviour is beyond necessary at this point. LenTotally should not have the platform he has when he's using it in the way he is. Same with Minilad and same with any other creator that grooms their fans. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I wanted to bring more awareness to this situation and I hope that this video has kept you informed. If you enjoyed it, please do subscribe. I post daily and I want to get to 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Also, please join my Discord, it would really be appreciated. I hope you have enjoyed this video and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Says you wanna rock with it like me. I'm a stylish guy. Spend a little guap with it like me. We can catch a fly. Says you wanna rock with it like me.